race. All the different creation myths, they all, there's all these different flood myths. You can look at all these different religions, and they all talk about these very specific things. And a different, each one is a different myth, but it's basically the same story. And so I think with Buffy and with the stuff that I like to do, we like to take little pieces and sort of apply them, but not take on the whole thing and say, well, I am this, I am a Catholic, or I am a Jew, or I am, we like to take all the little pieces and apply them in different ways and mix them up. And I think that's what's interesting, is finding your story, finding whatever pieces work for you. Thank you, that was awesome. We're getting philosophical at noon on a Sunday. That's why I love Buffy, because everybody who watches the show is bright. It was such a well-written show, and I think that it appeals to people that are intelligent. So you get really smart people asking smart questions, and that's really fun. So it's a compliment to you guys. I see you're smart.
Hello. Hi, Amber. I was just curious because recently I watched the Killing Jar.
Oh.
And I was just curious as to what drew you in to do that film, because it was really intriguing about how it all took place in one room, pretty much.
It's like a B noir film with Michael Madsen, and I play a waitress who gets sucked into this sort of carnage that happens during one evening. No, I thought the character was really interesting. She was sort of a victim, but she sort of wasn't a victim. And that was appealing to me. I tend to get offered a lot of things where I cry and die. So a part like that where she kind of steps up during the course of the story, that was very appealing to me. But I have a funny story from that. Are there any children in the audience? Can I say this? Can I say the C word? Not offend anybody? Okay, so I did this film with Michael Madsen. You guys all know who he is, right? From Reservoir Dogs and all the Quentin Tarantino stuff. And we worked together for 2 weeks, and at the end of the shoot, we're driving back to the hotel, and he turns to me and he's like, I can't figure you out. He's like, most women I work with, I can figure them out, but you didn't get all cunty on me. And I was like, oh, thank you, I'm going to take that as a compliment. I think he thought that I was a nice person. But it was one of the highlights of my career. Being told I was cunty by Michael Madsen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Little did you know what your question was.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm a big fan of Supernatural, and I know that you played a vampire on there. So I actually have kind of 2 questions about that. The first one is, what from Buffy did you take to apply to being a vampire on Supernatural?
I just tried to do what James would do. What would James do? You see those bracelets, and this, you think it's Jesus, it's not Jesus. James Mercer's do.
Okay, and the second one is, because you have been a vampire, would you rather be the witch or be the vampire?
Ooh. Well, being a vampire was fun, because I like all the makeup. So I loved being a witch, and it was really fun, but I liked the makeup part of Supernatural better. I had these crazy teeth that they made molds of, and that was really,
I love the teeth.
The teeth were awesome, then I got blood everywhere, and that was really fun. I love all that stuff. I did a film once where they cut me in half and my guts were trailing out. I'm like, that's awesome! Pulling me along, on this, they put me on like a thing, and like the guts were trailing out. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Dave. Hi.
I'm a pretty big fan. But I have 2 questions, actually.
All right.
Okay, my first
This is
question...
like double question day. Can't ask a question unless you have 2. No.
Okay, my first question is, what was your favorite episode of Buffy to shoot? And
Musicals. Oh, hell yeah.
What was your favorite memory from just working on the show?
My favorite memory from working on the show. I was on that show for so long. There were so many memories. Probably my favorite memory from the show was probably my last day when when they got me a cake that was in the shape of a headstone that said, "Rip Tara McClain." And I was shooting a scene with Sarah and Michelle, and so they were the only two there. It was my very last shot, and they came over, and it was sweet. It was really sweet, you know. That was really nice. I have like a Polaroid of me with like a knife like in front of the rest in peace button. Get my cake. All, you know, shot up. There's a hole in me. It's a great Polaroid.
Thank you.
Thanks. Oh, we got 10 more minutes.
I was wondering why Tara didn't come back as the first in season 7. Was it a plot point or a scheduling issue?
It was mostly a scheduling thing. I had just written this thing for the BBC called The Ghost of Albion that Chris Gold and I were going to go, and I was going to direct it. And so it just kind of coincided right with when. And quite honestly, I had sort of gotten to the point where I was like, you know, these fans were really hurt by what happened, and I don't want to come back as the bad guy. You know, and Joss was like, oh no, Wolf, you know, but I was like, she's the bad guy. That's not fair. I mean, I have people writing me letters and crying and like really upset you know, and I was like, I really want to make this thing, this Ghost of Albion thing, and then so it was one of those. It was like a combo, you know. I just was like, I don't need to go back and like upset anybody. It didn't feel right to me, and I really wanted to make the Ghost of Albion, so it was a group effort, you know. I think maybe if it had gone on and done more seasons, you know, we would have found a way to make it work. But the way that it was put to me and put together just didn't quite work out. So, you know, there's a reason for everything. That's my feeling. Thanks.
Thank you.
I am short.
Yeah, sure. Sarah.
Yes. Hello. We've talked a lot about publishing when we run into each other before, and I don't remember if I've asked you yet, but I have 2 questions. One's publishing related, one's not. First is, what do you find the hardest part of the publishing process?
The revising.
Really? So you are not a fan of self-editing?
I do it, but it's hard.
You don't like it.
I don't enjoy it.
I'm with you there entirely. And my other question is, I know you didn't really get to work with David Boreanaz at all.
I didn't meet him until recently.
Really?
Yeah.
If you could have met him and like done something with Angel, what do you think it would have been?
Oh gosh, I'm sure Angel would have loved to walk in on Willow and Tara like. Angel goes, "What? I'm gone for 5 minutes. What? How do you like that werewolf?" Thanks, Sarah.
Amber, I loved your film so much.
Oh, thank you. Yay.
And I was so busy watching the outtakes and stuff during the end credits that I didn't get a chance to read any of the credits. So I wanted to know, was that you singing in the very last song?
No.
It wasn't. Okay.
No, it was a girl named Betty. It was her song that she wrote for us. But I did too much on that. I didn't want to. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it was too much to hope for. No, well, it was great. I really loved it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm tall, so I'm going to get the microphone to work here. I want to thank you first off for all your activism.
Oh, thank
And I was wondering, first off, what do you think of Christine O'Donnell?
you. Is she a witch?
Yeah. And second off, I was wondering if you'd ever consider running for political office, because I'd totally vote for you.
I don't have what it takes. I wouldn't be able to compromise. Like, if I felt strongly about something, I wouldn't be able to play the political game. I watch Obama, and I see that the man wants things to be good so badly, and it's always like a fight and a compromise. And I think I'm too much of an idealist. I don't think I would ever get elected, because I would be busy like sticking to my guns, and they'd be like, no, you have to say you'll do this, but really you'll do this. And I couldn't do that, but you know, I very much enjoy watching politics. I think it's very intriguing, and I think you have a lot of people who shouldn't be in politics. They should be actors instead, so they can't hurt anybody.
If you decide to run, I'll totally vote for you. So.
Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet.
Hi, Amber. I'm Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
I didn't get a chance to say this one before the signing, and I just want to say I really appreciate everything that you do for the community, and how much you mean to me as a person and how me and my girlfriend met because of you.
She was playing me in role playing. My girlfriend
We
Mel was
switched back and
Willow.
forth, you know.